Stop right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event, the fight of the night. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sport now proudly presents 10 rounds of boxing for the WBA Women's Lightweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Dapperbet, StubHub and JD Sports, we are live on Sky Sports as we continue to bring you the very best ringside seat in the business. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our officials appointed by the WBA and the British Boxing Board of Control, Supervisor George Martinez of Canada, area representative is Des Roos. Our inspectors appointed by Nigel Thomas, the Chief Inspector, working the red and blue corner are Steve Long and Nigel Thomas. Our timekeeper at the bell is Michael McCann, and the three judges from around the world scoring on the 10-point must system are Oliver Brain of Germany, Steve Gray of the United Kingdom, and Giuseppe Quattroni of Italy. When the bell rings and the action begins, the man in charge, the man in the middle, is Mr. Howard Foster of Doncaster, England. And now, ladies and gentlemen, World Championship Boxing, here we go! Introducing to you the challenger fighting out of the red corner. Wearing the black trunks, she weighed in at 9 stone, 6 pounds, 9 ounces. 6-fight record, 5 wins, 3 inside the scheduled distance, and 1 defeat. A 3-time coveted Golden Gloves champion. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the challenger? Originally from the fighting city of St. Louis, Missouri, and now fighting out of the windy city of Chicago, USA, where she is known as McCaskill, Jessica McCaskill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet a legend. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold. Weighted at 9 stone, 8 pounds and 1 ounce. Undefeated as a professional with a perfect record of 7 contests, 7 wins, 4 inside the scheduled distance. She has had an amazing amateur record, winning 5 European golds, 5 World Championship golds. The 2012 Olympic gold medalist, making her first defense. Ladies and gentlemen, she comes to the ring as the reigning and defending WBA lightweight champion of the world! From the Fighting Pride of Bray, Ireland, ladies and gentlemen, it's Katie Taylor! 10 rounds of boxing for the WBA Lightweight Championship of the World.
Okay, spoke to you both in the dressing room. You both know I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both of you watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Tremendous anticipation ahead of the first defense of the WBA title. The first fight she's had here in the home of British boxing, and the first headline attraction as a pro for Bray's Supreme, Katie Taylor. She's breathed fire into women's boxing, but then America, Jessica McCaskill, has breathed more fire into this build-up, calling out Katie Taylor, chasing her into battle. Can she back up the words, or Darren, is Taylor in a class of her own? Good combination to kick her off.
I think Taylor is, if you're looking at her pedigree. But I tell you now, McCaskill's come straight out with purpose here, straight to centre of the ring, trying to land some big bombs early on.
Heavy underdog, nothing to lose, McCaskill. But there is a world title on the line. The proud and prized property of Katie Taylor, who did that in under a year since turning pro at Wembley Arena in November of 2016, and looking to outbox McCaskill early here in the first.
Yeah, like I say, McCaskill's gone straight to centre of the ring. But Taylor working well behind the jab, trying to pick the shots. trying to make McCaskill, you know, lunge and over-assert herself.
Standing strong and solid, the broad shoulders of McCaskill. She'll be looking to detonate one big right hand maybe on Katie Taylor, seeing if she can take the punch back. There's a left. Taylor cool and calm as ever in the build-up. Letting her fists do the talking. She almost changes, doesn't she? As soon as that bell goes, the switch flicks, and gone is the nice, quiet girl outside the ring, and in it, a tremendous warrior. Traction in before Christmas, Friday night, Alexander Povetkin, Christian Hammer, an eliminator, hoping to get a shot at Anthony Joshua. That's Friday night this week. And this is the first defense for Katie Taylor, the WBA lightweight crown on the line. 10 two-minute rounds. Taylor, of course, from Ireland, and Jessica McCaskill from Chicago, who's come over. She's a couple of years older. Works in a bank by day, has to train by night. And she's made a lot of noise, hasn't she?
She has indeed. Classy combinations. The hand speed is electric at times with Katie Taylor. She'll take half a step back, let McCaskill fall short. She fired off about 4 shots. Beautiful work. There she goes again.
For the noise inside the York Hall and the Irish flags all around us. I'm sure 2018, should she come through this, we'll see a homecoming, maybe in Dublin. But she has business to contend with here. McCaskill just doesn't have the speed to deal with Taylor on the back foot there, in and out.
Yeah, she's second best in every department there, but I tell you what, some of these exchanges are tasty here. Both let her go.
And just bundle down there, Taylor. That's what she wants, though, to get close and use that strength.
Of course she does. She wants to land these big counter shots as Taylor, but yeah, of course, McCaskill wants to draw Taylor in with the chance of landing these big shots, because she does carry power.
Taylor trying to keep her distance, and McCaskill trying to rough her up. It's a good battle.
Now look, when you engage with her, you're throwing 3-4 shots. You should not be falling in. We want to keep long shot, long right hands right now. We do get in though. As soon as we get off, she comes running at you with the right hand. Keep spinning out with the hook. Touch and take your distance. She's coming at you. Spin out with the hook, or just fall with that little short check. Every time you touch, we're going. We're touch, we're going. Long right hands too though. Start sinking to the body a little bit. Looking at the jab, sticking our hand to the body, jab behind us. Shifts every time. You get in front, you're trying to get rough inside. Control her on, let the rep break you. We don't need to be wrestling in the inside. Nice and loose in there. Let her exert her energy trying to wrestle. Boxing outside, another nice round.
Ross Enemy, as always, in Katie Taylor's corner.
Yeah, see the exchanges there. Landed the left hook, and so did McCaskill then. She landed a nice shot of her own, so them exchanges are very exciting to watch.
a fight for Katie Taylor, who turned over with a win over Karina Kopinska. Good win over Nina Maika at Wembley. And then Anahi Sanchez, the other standout one in Wales just 6 weeks ago.
I know these rounds are 2 minutes, and it's tough to say this, but I think Katie Taylor just has to be patient, not rush anything. I know that, like I say, they're 2 minutes, but she is the better fighter. McCaskill is eager to come in.
Don't hold, otherwise I'm going to take points off. Howard Foster with a warning for Katie Taylor.
It seemed harsh to me, that, Adam. Didn't see much holding. Don't seem eager to let the shots go.
Crisp combination, though, was the response from Taylor, who beats McCaskill to the punch. She's talked a good game, McCaskill, but if you look for the record, 3 of the fighters she's met were debutants. She's a mile behind in terms of experience and know-how, knowledge around the squared circle. This is Katie Taylor's domain, her home, since she began boxing at 11. But McCaskill really trying to crank the heat up. And the left hand from McCaskill was good.
Fair play, she's really going for this. There's a little bit of mark, a bit swelling on the left eye of McCaskill.
She's planting her feet, isn't she?
She's really letting the shots go, trying to land a big shot. In all fairness, it doesn't seem as if she's just trying to land or hope with the one shot. She's letting them go in bunches.
Small blemish under the left eye of McCaskill. Good jab from Taylor. When she finds space, it's easier work. Up close, it's tougher. Lovely punch from Taylor, and cheered to the rafters around the York Hall.
How do you feel? Good? All right, you're all right. You're fine. Everything's good. You look good. Everything's sharp. You gotta throw punching like that. You gotta throw that right hand sharper and a little faster, okay? When she pulled out, remember we practiced that. Double jab right hand, you'll hit her every fucking time. Double jab right hand. When she bails out, you'll hit her every time. Okay? How do you feel? When you're in there, she gives you a second to take a break, have some air, and keep putting the pressure on her. She's not mentally strong. And throw the double jab right hand. But don't lunge. It's got to be short and fast. Bang, 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 boom. Okay? And you can move your head going in. Move your head going in. Throw something.
Ramos running the corner of Jessica McCaskill. They've got a good team behind her. They've come with a lot of certainty that they're going to cause the upset. Taylor won every round. Look at your card, no.
Give McCaskill the last round there. I just thought she landed a couple of the cleanest shots. There wasn't much in it at all. I just thought, yeah, like I say, I'm giving it to, you know, there was a good right hand running in. She could have won it just with that single shot, to be fair. But it's heating up nicely, this. Like I say, the exchanges are electric.
Taylor with a much classier combinations and hand speed. And when she utilises that movement, she does look at a different class. Really good work there from Taylor.
That's what she wants to do, Adam. Just make McCaskill fall short, then she can land a combination. Take that half a step back. Sometimes she trades with McCaskill when she doesn't have to. She can just take a little step back, then let them go. But it's classy stuff.
It's getting a bit messy in there. McCaskill trying to land a couple of hooks. Maybe getting a bit frustrated. But still determined, isn't she?
Yeah, and I think what she's got to do, and rightly so, because she's well in this fight. I think if I was her coach, I'd be saying close that gap, get tight, get as tight as you can to Katie Taylor, and let your shots go, because you don't want to be at range. And it seems as if she is forcing herself on, does want to try and close that gap, try and land the shots of her own. But this is a good fight.
Wild and open there. Taylor loves to give excitement as well, and I think McCaskill wants her to try and come in and have a tear up. That'll be playing into her hands. She believes the American.
Yeah, sometimes you can see that with Katie Taylor. She doesn't really want to entertain and excite the paying public, but sometimes she is such a classy boxer. I'd like her to see her get behind the jab, move.
See that side-to-side movement? She's fucking lost. All she's doing is trying to load up with big right hands. Now she can't find you when you move your feet, but getting frustrated. Now listen, one thing. Hey, when we do spin out, especially with the right hand, we make the move, follow it down the middle. You did it nicely. Don't be content. We land the one now. Hey, put 1-2 behind it. If she gets lost, you spin out. She doesn't know where you are. You jump out here with 1-2, and you're back on your disc, back on your jab, back on your face. Nice relax, nice relax. Don't get into the war. She wants to wrestle. She wants to battle inside. We're playing with her right now. It's a shut up. It's a shut up. Keep up.
Yes, good advice that from Ross. MMA don't get involved. You know, everything's going smoothly, it's going well, and she's picking up these rounds. She's boxing well.
Yeah, like I was calling for then, you know, just for her to stick to her boxing. Sometimes she does want to get stuck in, bite down on her gum shield and really lets the shots go.
Well, she floored Ali Sanchez, didn't she, early on, and then Sanchez didn't go anywhere. It was tough, and she had to tough it out at times. And that's what it's about at this level.
Of course, you know, you hear ring craft and experience, and rounds like that, experience like this, are what earn you the ring craft and the experience. And this is good stuff.
Making McCaskill miss and pay. Katie Taylor, who's leading the charge of women's boxing over this side of the pond, and her good friend Clarissa Shields over the other side, the double Olympian, who's also a world champion very early on in her pro career. We were with her a couple of weeks ago, and they're good friends. And this is now turning into some good action in the 5th round. Taylor opening up. Can McCaskill respond? Just not well schooled enough, is she?
No, she's not. She's coming second best off, coming off second best here. But I'll tell you one thing, she's really going for it. She's biting down on her gum shield and really trying to plant her feet and let these shots go.
The speed, though, of Katie Taylor and the intelligence around the ring.
The speed of hand and the speed of feet, of reactions, they're just so classy. You know, we've seen her do so well in the amateurs, and she really has brought it through, and she's showing her class tonight. You know, she's snappy punches.
And after the 5 worlds and 6 Europeans and Olympic gold, when she was just slipping a bit at the end of her amateur career, it was the right time to go pro, wasn't it?
Oh, of course it was. I mean, it was all done for her. So many boxes ticked. And I'm so glad she made that decision, because she's a class act in and outside the ring and looking good at it. Her shot she's landing quite regularly now is the right hook. Seems to be getting around the left hand of McCaskill. Good round.
Katie Taylor with a very tight-knit group there. Ross M&A, Brian Peterson there. There's Bridget, her mum, who's so often by her side, and she's right here at ringside. Something your mum, Jackie, never did she?
No. My mum, she couldn't stomach it. Her eldest boy getting in the ring. She used to sort of hover around the venue. She'd come out to Atlantic City and she'd come to the venues, but she wouldn't go through the doors.
Bridget always here, different mums, different emotions, different ways to deal with it, but they're very close, her and Katie. And Katie's brother Peter also boxed here, I think in an Oxford and Cambridge match at York Hall, and Katie's always wanted to perform her skills at the York Hall Bethnal Green, and she's doing well.
She is doing well. She's starting to show her class now. She was getting a little bit too carried away in ego early on, but I think she's really getting into her groove now. Boxing smart, tidy. Look, she's bouncing around on her toes, letting the shots go. Nice, crisp jabs.
Second half. 10 2-minute rounds. WBA lightweight title on the line. The black and gold of Katie Taylor. And the all-black with McCaskill on the waistband of the Chicago banker. Great character, really good talker, but a left hand also shows she carries power as well. And Katie Taylor just wobbled for the first real time as a pro.
She looks fine there, but she definitely took one. She's just got to get back to her boxing now. Don't do anything silly. McCaskill really forcing herself on Taylor now.
We have seen some action tonight, haven't we? In that terrific scrap with Conor Ban, and he went down for the first time in his career. Martin J. Ward finding a couple of punches from nowhere, really, to win the European title. So much else as well. And Katie Taylor just has to feel one of Jessica McCaskill's big punches. But she's okay.
Yeah, she looks fine. Something about this venue, Adam. It really does produce some amazing fights, and there's some more swelling on the head of McCaskill there. The left side of the head, and Kate Taylor landed a lovely left hook there.
Yes, she did. And the noise here is deafening. Howard Foster trying to tidy it up. They're both just trying to get their game plans out. That's why it's got a bit messy at times. McCaskill, got to give her credit for really sticking to the task.
Yeah, and this is what she's got to do. She's got to try and rough Katie Taylor up. You know, she does carry a dig. She needs to really try and unsettle Taylor. And at times she does this round. She's had glimpses of success. And it looks like times Katie Taylor has looked frustrated, but she's boxing well.
Yeah, that was neat from Taylor.
You got to be sharp outside. Got to be sharp outside.
Well, it had to happen at some point, and that was a big shot.
It was a big shot, and she took it well, in fairness to Katie Taylor. Lovely left hook there. Quite wild. You don't see them ones coming sometimes. She's thrown a shot of her own, but again, another experience. Once she's come through, this is a good fight. I mean, these 2 minutes really do fly by. So much entertainment.
Look, if you are going to fade away from the right hand, she's small, and then good? Don't lose the spin, though. Anytime you want, you can just shove around down. Not far in his boxes. Just add something behind it every now and then. Right there in the middle. Shoot. Good.
Winning the world title against Anaheem Sanchez. Defending against the tough Jessica McCaskill. Delphine Persoon from Belgium's a WBC champ. Tasha Jonas, of course, trying to make her name in this division from Liverpool. And here comes Jessica McCaskill, really trying to crank up the heat on Katie Taylor. You've got Katie just a couple of rounds ahead.
Yeah, I have. McCaskill, beginning of the last round, she landed a couple of good shots there. There wasn't much between them. Got a bit scrappy in the last round, but again, this is a great round. I mean, McCaskill really pushing herself on. She's a little bit guilty of smothering her own work because she does have Katie Taylor on the ropes. She just needs to give herself a bit of space. Taylor needs to get off of the ropes like she's now, but just get behind her jab, get back to her boxing.
Others at ringside have got it wider to Katie Taylor, but there's no let up in Jessica McCaskill's heart and spirit, and she's trying to take Taylor deep in this 10-rounder. And now what's Howard Foster doing here? Holding, he warned her before, and it's a point off for Katie Taylor. And the boos ring out round York Hall. So, she's been hurt a little bit with that left hook. She's had a point off, and she is being really roughed up here by Jessica McCaskill. Can Katie Taylor keep her cool? Nice right hands from McCaskill, who's growing in confidence.
She's indeed,
But a right hand as McCaskill is just bundled down. No knockdown called from Howard Foster, but now Taylor wants it.
It's very harsh to me, the point off there. I look forward to seeing that back because I didn't see anything wrong. I didn't seem to think she was holding too much, but McCaskill really coming forward now, trying to land a big shot, trying to unsettle Taylor.
Tough fight.
It is a very tough fight, and it's a very tough first defense for Katie Taylor. She seems to get back to her boxing, start working behind the jab. She seems to lead a lot with the right hand.
Looks disappointed as she goes back to the corner.
I like the attitude here. We don't want to stay there too long. We catch a couple, we tell them no. We're either spinning off the ropes or we're letting something go.
It's I mean, it's an interesting fight, this. McCaskill really forcing herself on. I'd like to see Taylor just move a little bit more. And again, I couldn't see that. It looked like, but she doesn't. Katie Taylor's not too sure what's happened there. I think as if McCaskill's head was down and she was pushing her down. It's an odd one. That seemed a little harsh to me.
Round 8.
Three judges at ringside from Germany, Oliver Brienne, Steve Gray, our own man from Preston, Giuseppe Quattarona from Bologna. Wonder how they're seeing it. Have they got Katie Taylor in a handy lead? I mean, the last round, if she lost with a point off, that's a 10-8.
You'd have to call it that. I mean, though I don't agree with the point off. It's there nonetheless, and I thought McCaskill done enough that round to win it. So yeah, I guess you'd have to call it 10-8.
Have you got it?
Well, if I had it 2 rounds up to Taylor beforehand, it would be level.
Darren has it all square at the beginning of the 8th. I've got Katie Taylor in front, and others have at ringside, but we don't matter. It's the 3 judges. Taylor's still got a lot of work to do here in the last few minutes. She's just taken her eye off the ball slightly. Certainly the movement has just slowed a bit. McCaskill has turned it into more of her game.
Yeah, I'd like to see Taylor get back to her boxing. I mean, it seems a little harsh that I've got it a draw here, but I feel Taylor is the better out of the two, and she has done the better work. But there's been glimpses here and the point off that has warrant McCaskill to be in with a shot at the minute. I'd just like to see Taylor just get back to her boxing, pick the shots a little bit better, get behind the jab. Instead of throwing the single right on its own, set it up with the jab first. It's a good fight though, I'm enjoying this.
McCaskill. Not as much from Katie Taylor as there was in the first half of this one. That's better from Taylor. McCaskill, can she respond with something? It's all a bit wild, isn't it?
It is at times. I mean, that was classy stuff by Kate Taylor there. A quick 1-2 left hook, quick hands, and then she moved her feet. I'd like to see a bit more of that. In and out. Don't make life difficult for yourself, standing there, leaning on the ropes and letting McCaskill come on.
Last 2 going to be rough. It's coming for you now.
Shane Hogan, former Irish rugby star, also in the Lions as well. Good to see him here, alongside Katie's mum, Bridget. What's going through her mind? Her daughter defending the world title for the first time. She certainly kick-started women's boxing. Not only Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall from Hartlepool is with the Mayweather Promotions out in America. We've got Chantel Cameron, Natasha Jonas, Nicola Adams, of course. Boom time for women's boxing, and wonderful to see.
Yeah, of course, and so much talent out there. And it's great to see a women's fight atop the bill on the Sky Sports show. It's fantastic. The Mecca, the heart of London boxing, it's fantastic stuff.
Totally agree. Just under 4 minutes of action remaining in this world title defense. Jessica McCaskill said she will find the chinks in the armor, drill the shots home. But Taylor standing strong and defiant. On the right hand, remember, a point off for Katie Taylor for holding. Jessica McCaskill with the odd bit of success, but how many rounds has she actually won?
Arguably 3 rounds. I mean, there's the obvious one with a point off, and perhaps 2 others, but the better work, without a doubt, has come from Taylor, and she's the better fighter. I just think you have to give some credit to McCaskill here, because she has come in here trying to unsettle Taylor, and she's had times when she has, but the better boxing now, this is what I like from Taylor, when she just gets on her feet, starts moving, working the jab, quick hands. I'd like to see a bit more of this.
Right hand from Taylor, that was class. And a left as well. McCaskill just being outboxed. Just bouncing off the chin too. Solid and strong. Hasn't thrown a lot of body shots tonight, Katie Taylor, which we have seen from her before.
No, you're right. It's a lot of head hunting from both fighters, but with Taylor, with her pedigree and her class, I would like to see some more body shots. There's some swelling to the right eye now of McCaskill. Starting to mark up a bit.
Driving herself forward. Not the skill set of Taylor, but certainly the heart and determination. Good to see from the American challenger.
Hey, you got 2 minutes now. She's pumping. We're up. Okay, hey, this is where you got to push. You got to stick deep now. Doesn't matter how you feel, it's how you look, right? We're going to keep being perfect.
Good, yeah, last round, short shots, hands up, walking behind the gym. That's all you got to do. If you see something, fucking throw it. Throw it, sit on it.
Excuse the language in the corner.
All right?
Rick Ramos very close to Jessica McCaskill.
Hit her with a fucking missile so we can go home, okay? We came all the way over here. She don't want to fight. She's fucking...
They really want it. Again, apologies for the blue language. Is late at night. But they want this badly, Team McCaskill. Final session, WBA lightweight crown on the line. Surely will stay as property of Katie Taylor. Unless Jessica McCaskill can find something very dramatic late on. That minor scare for Taylor and the point off, but nothing major. She's pretty much outbox and outclass McCaskill, but she wants to fight with her. That's what makes Katie a bit different.
Yeah,
she doesn't do it the easy way.
No, she doesn't. Just calling McCaskill on then. She's so naturally aggressive once she gets stuck in.
She's so naturally competitive.
Yes,
that's what she is.
Well, and it's proved that way. You can see, you look at her resume in the amateurs and how well she's done as a pro. But this has been really good stuff by Kate Taylor in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, she's closing the show in style here, Katie Taylor. As McCaskill is just hitting thin air, she's not really finding the distance, the range, and you've got to commend Katie Taylor's movement late on. And listen to this crowd. They love her. Wonderful ambassador out of the ring. She's an inspiration to young teenage girls getting into gyms, getting into fitness. They love Katie Taylor. And she's still a world champion, Darren, no question.
No question about it. She's patches here, she's boxed absolutely brilliantly. Hats off to McCaskill. She played her part in this, but a great first defense for Katie Taylor.
Brilliant last round from Katie Taylor, who takes the applause of the many fans here at the York Hall Bethel Green. Credit to Jessica McCaskill, who put her heart and soul into it, but has come up short, certainly for me in terms of skills, well short. And the three judges are bound to make that official. Katie Taylor is quality, and she also loves a bit of a scrap too.
She does. She likes to get stuck in there. I've got Katie Taylor, a clear winner there. I'll give McCaskill 3 rounds. One of them, obviously, I had her winning the round with a point off, so that's 10-8. So ultimately 4 rounds. But I mean, Katie Taylor, different class there. I mean, it was a great first defense, a great fight for this packed-out York Hall.
Well, she was winning in her style, and then she beat McCaskill almost at her own game late on too.
Yeah, she showed she could mix it up, and like we said, she's a winner. She bites down on her gum shield and she lets her shots go, where sometimes she could just stick to her boxing. And yeah, 3 rounds there, but in all fairness, she was a clearer winner in my eyes, because I don't think it warranted a point off, though McCaskill won that round in my opinion. So yeah, 4 rounds where she won 3, McCaskill, but Katie Taylor, clear winner for me.
Yep, clear winner for me. Let's find out from John McDonald officially.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, the judges' scorecard reads: Oliver Brain has scored the contest 97-92, Steve Gray has scored the contest 97-92, and Giuseppe Quattaroni has scored the contest 98-91. All 3 judges are in favour of our winner. And still, the WBA lightweight champion of the world, from Bray, Ireland, Katie Taylor!
They're delighted, unanimous and wide. Katie Taylor still the world lightweight champion, and what a year it's been. Everyone's talking about AJ, Anthony Joshua, and 2017. You've got to say Katie is right up there.
Of course, and she's the name on our lips at the end of the year. You know, she's put on a fantastic performance there. She showed glimpses, well, I say glimpses, she showed a lot of class there during that fight. McCaskill really fancied the job there, and at times really forcing herself on Taylor, but Taylor showed the class, her footwork, a jab, a variety. It was lovely.
Commendable effort from Jessica McCaskill, who did everything she could, but Katie Taylor, as we thought may happen, was on another level, and look at this, Mum Bridget, a lovely family scene for Katie, who's been brilliant both in and out of the ring through 2017. She's with Andy.
Katie, congratulations, you've retained your world title. That looked like a tough night's work against Jessica McCaskill.
It was a very tough fight, probably the toughest fight of my career, so I expected, I knew that coming into this fight that Jessica was a tough opponent, and I had to be at my very best, so and it's an absolute privilege to be boxing here in York Hall in front of so many fans, so thank you so much for the support.
I was going to come to that later, but just what was it like, the York Hall experience?
Oh, it was absolutely incredible. I think I was more nervous for this than I was for the bigger stadiums, really. I've always wanted to box here, and it's such an historic venue, and to be headlining such a wonderful card, it's an absolute privilege.
How do you think you coped with her rough and ready style at times?
Yeah, I thought I boxed very well on the outside. I knew she was very tough and rough. I was prepared for that, and I thought I boxed very well here tonight.
You lost a point for holding. Did you think you were harshly penalised there?
You'll have to ask the referee that. What do you think? But yeah, I mean, it was definitely probably a bit of holding in there, but I did what I had to do in there. I boxed very well on the outside, and I'm delighted with another victory now. I'm going to have a nice rest over the Christmas.
After that, where do you want to go next? Is it time to go home? Do you want to go back and make your homecoming?
Yeah, that's always been on the radar. Hopefully, this sets me up nicely for a great 2018. I'd love to have a homecoming fight in Dublin, and I'd love to unify the division, and I just want to be involved in the biggest fights possible.
Could you enjoy it tonight? I know there was a lot of pressure on you when you won the world title, and perhaps you don't get the chance to savour the moment and enjoy it, but did you enjoy yourself in there tonight?
Yeah, this is what I was born to do. I think, I was created to box, and every time I step in here, I know this is what I was created to do, and I love every second of this. I don't take it for granted at all, and live the life of my dreams, and I'm so grateful for that.
You're not necessarily a trash talker or used to calling people out, but do you want to unify the world titles? Do you want to chase other champions now? Yeah, absolutely. Whoever has your other belts, really, the IBF, the WBC, and the WBO belts, I want them all, really. I want to make history in this sport, and it's been an absolutely incredible year for me, and this was the perfect end, really, to a perfect year, and I just have to thank Matchroom, Eddie, and Sky for this opportunity. Well done and congratulations. Let's have a quick word with Jessica McCaskill. Jessica, commiserations. Not your night tonight. Scorecards were quite wide. Did you think it was closer than that?
I definitely thought it was closer than that. I definitely rocked her a couple of times. It's a lot more difficult to get things done in 2 minutes, but you know, it's my fault for leaving it up to the judges, and, you know, I didn't want to do that. I had different expectations for tonight. Shout out to everybody in Chicago watching and St. Louis watching. I appreciate you guys. Got a lot of love from them. I definitely thought the scorecards were very wide. I thought Katie ran a lot, and I thought she wanted to fight. I thought she wanted to get down right in the middle of the ring, and, you know, she kind of pot-shotted, one shot here. Every one shot she threw, I threw more, and, you know, it just wasn't what the scorecards didn't reflect what I thought happened in the ring.
Thank you for talking to us.